ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Right, 180. Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And now it's Rosen looking. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell! Kiss him goodbye! He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York! Le'Veon Bell, 89 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Rosen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and long here for Rosen. And he finds Stills, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got chips over here. Hey, alert, alert.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is in this situation.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
They'll run with Drake. Now Drake loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down now, it's Drake. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rosen. He finds Coleman. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Bell. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
Here we go, son. Boy, 52. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Bell. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Let's go. Ready? Hey, Charlie. Right there, 54 Mike. I got him.
Here's Darnold. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Dwayne Smoot in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Mike 54. Record. Check it backer.
Out left to Anderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 55's Mike, guys. 55. Get him.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Chandler Catanzaro now. He hit from 59 a season ago. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's a elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, come on out here, come get it, lady. Come get some, come on here, come get some.
To throw is Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. Catch number 44 of on the year, it's a first down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! 55, right there in the middle, 55. Nice, sweetheart. Check, man, 80. Check, 55. Hey, box drop.
Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete, it's Bell. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Mike 55, lady. Hey, eat. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna... Hey, Mike 7. Mike 55. Watch the screen.
Now Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Well, the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Bravo!
Throwing again on second down. Rosen going deep here for Stills. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now it's Darnold. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. So don't say nothing.
Darnold now to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Alrighty. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, Delta. Rabbit. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 26-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Hey, exit.
Darnold on 1st down. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Drake. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 2nd and 7, Rosen on the left side. This is Stills. 11 yards there, 1st down. Stills was 2nd on the team a year ago to the now departed Danny Amendola in the receiving yards category. And hard to believe, 5th year now with Miami after his first couple of years with Drew Brees in New Orleans, and now hoping he can form a bond with Josh Rosen. It's complete. Stills. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Rosen now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Toss play to Balaj. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Now on 2nd and 16. Rosen. This will be caught inside the 10. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They come out here in the eye. It's a sneak for Rosen, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Oh, no dice there. That is excellent penetration. They give him no lane whatsoever to try and sneak the football across, and in fact, he'll wind up losing ground on 1st down.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
To throw is Rosen, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a jet touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he was kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Milage. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Going up top. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Let's go, D, let's go. Oh, lady. Hey, let's get this. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Hey, Zoo. Here I come again.
On 1st down, Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Red 80. 54.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. You go tight.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
You got nothing. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Check 50. Lady. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, watch the leg. Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55. It's coming this way, coming this way.
Darnold. And And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On the toss, here's Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a third down. It's complete to Grant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. And now it's Rosen looking. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run here with Balaj. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Rosen looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rosen will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
50 seconds to Mike. Bring it. Bring it.
Now Balaj. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
180. 57. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. And then run that.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll look to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
He's coming. We got double up.
Again, it's Bell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Now a first down carry by Bell. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Slam.
This is Bell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Jets on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Let's go. Do it.
A gain of 36 yards. That's good for the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that